Hey guys, Skiffy here, and I just wanted to do an update about the video that I posted before. The link is in the description, and if you don't know what I'm talking about. So it turns out that it is confirmed that stash tabs from POE 1 will convert into POE 2 if there is any equivalent of that. So now that we don't have like maps, but tablets in POE 2, we'll probably have something like a tablet tab, or for example, flask tab, which will probably be useless now since we only have a life and mana flask. And we only have two of them. We don't really have utility flask, but we have charms. So I am expecting that the flask tab will also be used more as a charm tab. Now, another thing that I would like to think about is the fragment tab. I did underline that the fragment tab is probably one of the most important tabs, and that is true for PoE 1. However, for PoE 2 in early access, I am not that positive it will actually be as useful as it is now. And that is because it is mainly used for boss fragments and scarabs in terms of using the fragment tab in PoE 1. And in PoE 2, I'm not really sure how fragments are going to look like, since getting to a boss is more like progression in the Atlas. It's not specifically going to be like a map thing. It's going to be more of a progress thing. So I'm not really positive anymore if the fragment tab is going to be that useful. But I think that in the long run, it's still going to be a good investment for the future. Also, Zizarin had an interview with Jonathan not so long ago. The link to the whole Reddit post of, the TLDW of everything is going to be in the description. So we know that, for example, in early access, Blight isn't really going to be a thing. So that tab, for example, won't be included at all when we start the game. But when it does return, it will be added. There are some other cool things that we learned from that like we can't really portal out of boss fights, and you can only have really one attempt if I'm not mistaken. Or the fact that now we still have runes in our armor instead of links. That was known a little bit before, but you gain additional links for the support gems, for your skill gems, for additional sockets for your support gems to your main gem links, while completing more Ascendancies. So the higher level your character is, the more Ascendancies you finish towards that progress, the more of these will be unlocked. I also think that it's kind of cool that we'll have a little bit better party play, because we can really now focus more on a tank or support class playstyle, that they can do much more, because they're just newly and better defined overall as a playstyle. So I guess that's, no more walking simulator for an aura bot. Now, message for new players, considering like what I said in the last video as well. Not only do you now get the key for the access key for, Friday, which is, 2 more days, guys. You also get 300 points after purchasing the early access package. So it works just like any other supporter pack, except now you get the key instead of the $30 supporter pack. I just wanted to remind you again to please be careful what you spend it on, because PoE, just this is mainly towards new players. It is a free-to-play game, but stash tabs do provide a pretty huge quality of life feeling in the end game. And I'm pretty positive that this is going to be the same thing in PoE 2. So with the points that you get in that package, if you buy the $30, the $60, or anything above, you're going to get the same worth equivalent in coins. So if you spend, for example, 60 bucks, not only are you going to get $60 worth of MTX, you're also going to get the early access key, and you're going to get 600 coins worth of MTX, of coins that you can use for MTX. However, I would still consider and remember that stash tabs are a thing, and those are going to be important for you later. So you kind of get them now for free, because Path of Exile before was, also is a free-to-play game, but in the end you would have to buy a package in order to gain the stash tabs from those coins. Now, if you just buy the early access, you're going to get the coins, so it's like you're practically getting stash tabs with it. Yes, maybe your character won't look as cool, but trust me, you don't need to really even buy the supporter packs. The amount of Twitch drops that happen, like every league, the amount of free MTX you can get from end link challenges, many different things. Really, you can have so many cool skins for your armor, for your weapon, for anything that are for free, that you can just go and they're just, like I mentioned, Twitch drops, whenever they do an event, whenever they showcase anything, whenever they do teasers or trailers or whatever, those happen. Awesome wing MTXs, anything, that's there. And also, end league challenges, you can make a separate character usually, or anything like that. So those end league challenges for achieving a certain level, either it's like something like playing a much more difficult league or something like that, you can get additional rewards there. And in addition, I'm not 100% sure, so please correct me in the comments if that happens, but it would be kind of weird if they didn't add this. It's challenge rewards for the league. So whenever you are playing the league, you will have up to, I think, 40 different challenges. And during those 40 challenges, you can acquire a lot of cool skins and microtransactions during that for free. It's not a battle pass. It's not something like that. We do have a kind of like a battle pass thing that is called a Kirak pass in Path of Exile 1. But I'm not sure if they're going to add something like that in POE 2. Anyways, continuing on the topic, and probably knowing GGG and how they like to support their community and do pretty smart moves compared to other competitors to get their money's worth. Not only do the stash tabs that you need to remember about them, that they do give you, a huge quality of life thing for the end game, and you get those points just by buying the early access. Knowing GGG, they'll probably want to give back to the community and also for them get some return on investment during a huge spike of interested players that are going to be playing. I could probably suspect that the tabs are going to be on sale either this weekend, which is December 7th and 8th, and if not then probably next week. This is just a guess, I'm speculating, but from my standpoint, this would seem like a smart move for not only the player base, so we can get them hooked and give them a good deal and overall make them continue playing so it works better for retention. But also, from the business standpoint for GGG, it's just, additional profit that they can make, which is very well deserved in my opinion anyways. Also, a couple hours ago, for example, GGG revealed the Ascendancies, and for me, personally, I think the Acolyte of Chayula is looking pretty cool. If there's like a Chaos skill gem that I can scale with mana stacking and like Mind over Matter, not only could it be tanky, but it could be like really cool in terms of damage. Like I'm just looking at those things and I'm trying to add the own numbers up in my head. It's looking pretty cool. But, honestly, I just can't wait for the release. I'll be making much more content in the future if I enjoy the game, and from the looks of it, I think I'm pretty positive I will. So I really do hope that you guys are going to enjoy the release. Let's not burn the servers up, and let's hope the release goes smoothly. I can't wait for it. I hope you guys too. Tell me, what are your, thoughts about PoE 2 right now? What is your game plan? Is there any game plan that you have right now? What Ascendancies are the coolest for you? What do you think you're going to be building? What is your first character? I read all of the comments, and I mean that. I'm still a small YouTuber here doing my thing, so trust me, I read all of them, and I really do like to engage with you guys. So just, if you leave a comment about what you really think, I'd really appreciate that. And that's pretty much it. If there's going to be any more bigger updates or anything that happens, or if I get any content ideas, then, you can expect another video, so you can also subscribe if you would like that. So, thanks for everything, thanks for watching the video, and see you guys later. See you.